Are you opening a boutique? Are you looking for how much inventory to buy? You're in the right place. Stay on this video. I'm gonna teach you all about how to buy your initial inventory for your boutique business. If it's your first time watching me, hi, I'm Emily Benson. I'm a business consultant and mindset coach for boutique owners. I'm psyched that you're here. I own this little company called Boutique Training Academy where we help you start, grow, and scale your boutique business. So whether you're just here to start making a couple $100 or you're ready to make like $500,000 a month, let's do this. Okay, so when you're just starting out, let's back off the money here, but when you're just starting out, you've got to think about space. So if you're opening a brick and mortar, I always say fill the space. You don't need backstock, you don't need a bunch of stuff. If you're starting with a big space, you have like 1,000 square feet, you're brand new to town, you can even build a wall that makes you like 400 square feet, so you have less inventory. You don't need to fill a huge space. You can always push that wall back and essentially add more square footage to your store as you grow. But the problem is so many people start out with these big stores or these big websites. I always say start small and wide, okay? You don't need to go deep in inventory, but you do need to go wide in style. So you want some tops, you want some bottoms, you want some dresses, you want some accessories. Done. Those are the things that people buy most, so we start with those, okay? If you're buying for kids' clothes, I always want to throw in the caveat that like, do you have to buy both genders? Can you do things that are more gender neutral? I bought the most adorable little gray jumpsuit for my niece. It was totally in the boys section of Target, but it did not look boyish at all. It was very gender neutral. Anyway, for children's boutiques especially, and I would say for women's boutiques, keep it tight on your sizes. So you don't have to start if your children's from like newborn all the way up to, you know, size 12, kids, girls, boys, whatever. And if you are a women's boutique, you don't have to go extra small to 3XL. You can start just with small to large. You can start with just with extra large to 3XL. You don't have to run the gamut. Start small, start tight, get your audience going, and then you can always add more. You can add the other gender, you can add the extended sizes, but get what you love done first. Get whatever size you have or whatever size your kids are first, and really rock that and focus on building your customers in that way, and then they'll grow with you. When you are buying from vendors, don't forget those minimum orders, you can mix it up. You don't just have to buy one style in 2 colors. And in fact, I would suggest you don't do that off the bat. I would say buy one color, one style, one color. You know, one top, one color, one bottom, one color. You don't have to get crazy, really. Starting small is truly starting small. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to start a boutique. You need great pieces that are gonna stand out, that don't look like you can buy them anywhere else, that are your style, and that represent something that you're going to be excited to sell. I mean, I've been known to be at trade shows and just say to vendors like, that's not even cute. Like, why are you selling that? The thing is, it might be cute for someone else, it's just not cute for me. So just remember that when you're working with vendors, they have tons of options. You have to be the curator of this collection. You have to edit down, you have to be firm. It's either a hell yes or it's a no. There's no gray area when it comes to buying for your boutique. And so many people start out thinking, I need to be something for everyone. I need to have basics, I need to have the, no. Keep it simple, keep it tight, and keep it things that you love. You will always win if you do that, I promise you. That is the quickest way to go out of business, is just buy a bunch of stuff that you feel like people might buy, maybe, I don't know, but you saw like Kohl's had it or you saw some other boutique had it, stop right there. Best way to go out of biz. What questions do you have about ordering inventory? Tell me below down in the comments, let's start a convo. I love inventory. I am a product guru and I absolutely love talking about this stuff. So let's nerd out together. Comment below with your questions. No question is silly. I want to hear it. One of the reasons I tell you not to go and buy a ton of stuff is you can get inventory fairly quickly. So I had my business, the fashion truck, here in Boston, Massachusetts for many years. And I was mostly ordering stuff from either LA or Atlanta. And even all the way across the country, I could get items in 3 to 5 days. So let's say I went to my famous market on Sundays, Mondays, I was like, oh, I gotta place some orders. I would always make sure my orders were placed by noon, my time, because then I knew that at 9 a.m., LA was gonna open up and they would start processing orders, they'd start shipping orders. And so if it shipped on Monday, I could generally get it on Thursday or Friday with regular shipping, or I could get it 3-day, 2-day shipped really quickly if I needed it for a Thursday event. So that's the thing, is sometimes you just might need to pay a little bit extra to get it there quicker, depending on the situation, or depending what time of year it is, or what our postal situation is, or our quarantine situation, like who knows. I'm filming this in 2020 where we just don't ever know what's going on. But generally the rule is you can get inventory pretty quickly if it's in stock at your vendor. Just make sure you note the time difference. Most vendors will stop shipping West Coast time, Pacific Coast time between 12 and 3 p.m. So adjust that based on where you are. You want to get your orders in as early in the day as possible, or do it the night before when you want them to ship the next day. Always also call and follow up on your orders. Call the vendor, say, hey, did you get my order? Here's when I placed it. Here's what I placed it for. Can you make sure you have it in stock? If you need items and it's urgent for you, you better be calling and asking about your situation and your shipment. The last thing to remember is that you're always gonna make mistakes. As you're opening your boutique, you're gonna buy the wrong stuff. Weird things are gonna come in, they're gonna be too short, they're gonna be too tight, they're gonna be weird fabric. You're always gonna make mistakes. You have to budget that in. You have to not plan your budget to the penny, because things are gonna come in, they're not gonna be what you expect, they're going to come in late, you're gonna need to do reorders. Never, number one, spend all your money, and two, don't think that you're not gonna make a mistake sometimes buying. And so you always wanna have some cash on hand. If you're starting out with a very, very small budget, then maybe you wait a couple months, save a little bit more money, and then start when you have a little bit more money, because at the end of the day, we're always making just educated guesstimates. We're always trusting our gut, and we're always just doing the best that we can. And the most important thing to know is that you're going to have to learn to forgive yourself for making mistakes in this whole buying process, in this whole boutique process. Building a business is not easy. And if you can just start to forgive yourself from day one, do the best you can, but know sometimes things go awry, you're gonna be in much better shape. So if you're just starting your business out, you wanna have a boutique, you're just starting, or you have started in the past 6 months, I have an awesome course called Boutique Basics Bootcamp I'd love for you to check out. We'll drop the link here and down in the video notes, but it's really for you if you are not making consistently $3,000 a month, anything under that, and you really just wanna figure out where things working. Maybe it's your pricing, maybe it's your product assortment, maybe it's your ideal customer. I go through all of that stuff in this course. It's a great price, it's available now. Once you purchase it, you get access to it and you have lifetime access, so it's a no-brainer. All right, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe. Let's go. See you next week.